Hello everybody. Now I normally go room to room to do my cleaning videos. Today we're going task to task. So task 1, collect all the laundry. Yep, in 1 week this is all laundry and that from the bathroom as well. Then we're going to add it to what has amounted down here during the week as well. Yep, that's an awful lot of laundry for 1 week. Okay, a week's worth of laundry separated out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 loads. All right, some of it was here from before, from last week, but 12 loads. And each cycle takes an hour and 20 minutes. That's 12 hours. Hang on, let's do the mathing. Yeah, if my math is correct, that's 16 hours. 12 times 1 hours is 12. 12 times 20 is 240. Divide that by 60 because it's 60 minutes in an hour. It's 4 hours. So that's 4 hours in minutes, 12 hours in hours. 12 plus 4 is 16. I did it on a calculator, so it better be correct. But yeah, let's start wash load number 1 while we get the rest of the stuff done. Yep, I believe that is the fastest cycle. So we've got the express 15 minutes. There is absolutely no point putting a dirty wash load on express 15 minutes. And yes, I'm aware this is filthy, this is going to get wiped down too. Express 15 minutes is totally pointless. It's just like a refresh when, oh no, I forgot that wash load in there. The rapid 45, I could probably do, but I don't know how good that's going to be. In fact, I think I might go for the rapid 45, apart from like the whites loads. Sportswear, ooh, sportswear's only 47 minutes. Ooh, I can tell I don't know my name at washing machine. Wool is an hour and 7. Baby care, we don't need that. Bed linen. Oh, rinse and spin we don't need. Spin we don't need. Okay, that's the Eco 20 degree wash. That's an hour and 1 minute. Oh, the Eco 40 to 60. Ooh, 3 hours and 38 minutes. How is that more economical? Surely that's using more electric and more water, and I don't know how that's more eco. Jeans obviously is for specifics. That's the normal load I use. 3 hours and 18 minutes for the synthetic load. Steam wash 148. Cotton's 339. I might then. Let's do it on a rapid 45 and we'll see what happens. Lime scale prevention, as always. There's a load already in there. Oh, it still smells fresh and clean, so that's, oh, there's a load in here too. Yep, spotted E she shoved in, that's still smells fresh and clean, but it's not quite dry yet, so yeah, that goes in there. Yep, dude, yep. Lip trap sorted. Hills. Second. Traps fine. Alright. Finally. Here she goes. Laundry detergent. Scent boosters, because I love a scent booster. Let's see how we did. Do you want to wait? He's been pestering to go out the whole time I've been doing the laundry. Should we see if he actually wants to go out or if he's just causing grief? Do you want to go weebies? No? So why are you knocking on the door if you don't want to go weebies? He is a funny pup. He sticks his head through the cat flap to knock on the door to let us know he wants to go for a wee. So we normally let him out, but today he was just knocking on the cat flap, and then every time I tried to take him out, he's like, no thank you.
Anyway, onwards and upwards. Collected the rubbish from all the rooms and all the washing up, and now all that is downstairs. It's time to actually get to cleaning. So, again, we are going task by task and not room by room. First job is to straighten out all the beds. I was going to change them today, but as you saw, with was it 12 loads of laundry? I've got enough to be getting through. They can wait for tomorrow or another day when I get round to them. Like I said before in another video, having a small delay of a day or so, changing your bed sheets, really isn't going to cause a massive crisis for anybody, is it really? Let's just be real with our lives, shall we? There is too much going on in our lives to be constantly worrying about tiny little things that aren't quite right. There are a lot of people out there that do like their homes completely immaculate, smelling fresh 24 hours a day, and I'd love to be one of those people. But in the really real world, we can't all have those grey carpets with the exacting Hoover lines in. We can't have fresh bed linen with little pillow mints every, couple of nights. It's the really real world. And in the really real world, yep, sometimes the bed linen is going to have to wait an extra day or so before it gets done. As long as no one is getting sick or living in squalor, what the heck does it matter? Okay, now, Alyssa's room again. She did get her bed linen switched from her Christmas one to this black and grey. It will be switched back in time for Christmas, so she can wake up with her little gingerbread duvet on and her Christmas pillows. I put the little cushions that you'll see. She had like a gingerbread one, and I think it was an elf one or a Santa one, little pillow cover. I put them through the wash with the bed linens, and it was dried, but where I've been at work, I haven't managed to get them back onto the pillows themselves yet. So they are clean, and I did get them put on later in the day. So they are now back on a bed. But as for the filming of this video, they didn't have them on. So I do put the little pillows on her bed, the dressing pillows. I did put them back on her bed without the pillow covers. So that's them there. They do have little green and red Santa-y type Christmassy pillows that go, or pillow covers that go on them. Although maybe I misspeak. Technically, that's a cushion. And realistically, what is the difference between a cushion and a pillow? I mean, I'm aware pillows go on the bed, cushions go on the sofa. But there's no real massive difference. All right, let me just explain what I'm doing here because it does look strange. I've been having, as I'm sure you're aware from previous videos, if not, I'm going to update you. I've been suffering massively with my mental health the past month or so, and in the last week it's really been getting bad. Now I am seeking help, I am doing the things I need to do to take care of myself, so please don't overly worry or panic. I am doing what needs to be done, but it is still happening, and that you witnessed there was like the beginnings of maybe a little panic attack. I felt my heart rate go up. I couldn't breathe properly, like the air was going in and out, but it just wasn't doing anything, and it felt like my heart was pounding. So I was checking my heart rate on my little smartwatch thing. Turned out my heart rate was perfectly fine, normal, wasn't doing anything it should have been doing, and that's when I knew that was probably like a little mini anxiety attack or panic attack, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if there's a difference in them either. It's like the pillow cushion thing. Is there a difference between a panic attack and an anxiety attack? I don't know. Either way, I wasn't feeling top drawer. So I was just sort of taking stock of my heart rate and that sort of thing, and just took a few minutes to kneel by the side of the bed and just take a few deep breaths and regain my composure. It regained quite quickly. I'm working with health professional teams to try and get myself back on track, and they have advised on good days to, try and, well, they didn't say try and be normal. I'm paraphrasing what they said. On good days, try and be normal. Try and get your housework done. Try and get out for a mental health walk, they call it. Have you been outside yet? It's freezing, it's raining, it's blowing a gale. It's horrendous out there. But they have said, try and get yourself out when you can. And in a week, I think I felt strong enough to leave the house like twice maybe. And each time I get a little way out, like I get out the house and I'm out for, I don't know how long. It feels like forever, but it's probably maybe half an hour, possibly an hour. I don't know. Either way, I get out of the house and I don't know how long it is before I feel this overwhelming sense of panic. I just need to go back home. I need to be back inside the house. It's horrendous, but that's what it is. That's where we are. So today felt like a really good day. I had a nice lot of energy. I didn't feel up to going outside. So we were like, yeah, let's give the house a nice good tidy up. In my little spray bottle that you can see me dusting and spraying the soft furnishings with, I have got the Astonish Winter Spiced multi-surface cleaner. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I can't stand all the time to have a cupboard full of cleaning chemicals. Sometimes I love it. I love seeing all the different bottles and smelling the different like surface cleaners and things like that. I love it all. But sometimes I just want one bottle that I can carry around with me with one cloth that does it all. And the Astonish multi-surface cleaner does that for me. You can use it on pretty much everything. I've never tried it on actual leather. I've got that fake plasticky leather stuff, but I've not got real leather. But everything else I've sprayed this Astonish furniture multi-surface cleaner on, and it's done no damage to anything. Now, I would advise if you're going to be like me and use your multi-surface cleaner on everything, please do a patch test first. Don't come for me in the comments like a little while later saying, oh, it bleached all my soft furnishings and I used it on this and it, broke. Please do your due diligence. Just because I'm spraying it willy-nilly around my house doesn't mean you should too. But it really does make the house smell great. Literally, I polish with it, I clean glass with it, mirrors with it, I spray my soft furnishings with it. The only place I don't put it is in my Hoover, because I know one of the other ones, and I forget which one it is. Oh, it's not Fabulosa. It's not Astonish. Oh my goodness, why can't I remember it? Zaflora! I know Zaflora, when it gets hot, has like a flammable risk. So I don't want to take the chances of putting the multi-surface cleaner on my vacuum cleaner, because you put essential oils on like cotton balls, and you put them into your Hoover to make it smell fresh. Well, apparently Zaflora, when it gets hot, can be flammable, and I know sometimes I don't want to risk putting it in my Hoover. But everything else, I literally just go all over it with that stuff, Astonish spray, and just use my wax melts in my little wax burners, and it makes the house smell so festive. It's lovely. So yeah, like I say, do your due diligence, but I've used Astonish on everything in my house and it really still smells good. It's a little concentrated bottle, and I use 2 different scents. So through the sort of spring, summer months, I use the zesty lemon one, and through the autumn and winter, I use the winter spice one. Oh, it smells just like Christmas. You really have to give it a try. So, this window. Now we're in my room finally. So we made all the beds, now we're dusting. This window, in 1 week, there is a mummy spider, and she's hatched a load of babies. Now, they were all over the ceiling, and because it's been such weather, we've had these curtains drawn all the time, really. I didn't realise that Mummy Spider had her little babies on one of the handles to the windows. So my whole window sill and window frames were absolutely teeming with teeny baby spiders. Most of them were still alive. Some of them had succumbed to the cold and weren't obviously moving anymore. But they all got escorted out of the window just in case they were still moving, and I hadn't realised. So they all got escorted out the window and now living their best lives in my mock orange, Mexican orange. I forget what that plant's called. At the bottom of the window. So they're all happy out there. Now it's time for these tables. I want these tables, bedside tables, to look so pretty. I want them to look empty like a hotel and not have anything on them. But the practical applications of that are just useless. What is the point of having a bedside table that you don't use? And at the end of the day, this is my bedroom. I am letting you in here because I want you to see me cleaning my house. But no one else is going to see it. You know, guests don't come over your home and they're like, ooh, let me have a quick shifty around your bedroom and see if your bedside tables have got stuff on them or not. And quite frankly, why is that the biggest question that people are going to ask when they come around my home? What have your bedside tables got stuff on them? But I have spent ages trying to keep those bedside tables clear of stuff so it looks like we live in a hotel. And I'm not doing that anymore. As I said earlier in the video, I did want my house to be one of those homes that look like you see on these YouTube channels, with the grey carpets and those perfect hoover lines. No personal possessions out. It's all, you know, these, I don't know, decor items that make the place look like a show home and not a lived-in home. This is a home that we live in, and you're going to see our personal belongings. Yes, I want it clean. Yes, I want it well finished and cohesively decorated. But this is my home. If you don't want to see personal possessions in a home, then please don't come to my home. I'm quite happy with the fact that you want to go to a show home, but that is not my home. My home has personal possessions. It has knocks, bangs, dinks, dents, chipped paint, and badly coordinated, that's the word, badly coordinated decor. It's even worse now. Those builders have put copper piping everywhere. It's funny, we spoke to one of them and apparently they boxed in the copper piping in all the other properties they've been to, but we're told not to bother on our site. Probably because we complained about them. I will just have it done professionally. I don't want them anywhere near the house again. In fact, I may turn it into shelving. Who knows what I'm going to do with it? I really don't know yet. But they have finally finished. All those jobs have been completed. And anything they've not completed, I don't want them back to do. Like boxing the pipes in. I would be interested to know why they were told not to do it on our site, yet they've done it on everybody else's site. But quite frankly, I don't care enough. I'll sort it out. I'll figure it out and I'll box it in myself. I'm done with them. I don't want them anywhere near the house ever again. It's finished. Although something really interesting happened with that. Apparently, the company that installs it have their own like insurance thing. So they sign you up for like home contents insurance, home damage insurance. So like if their installation causes damage after it's like been installed or goes wrong, you've got the insurance there. I'm like, how much confidence do you have in your product if you are signing us up and paying for, I think it's 2 years. It's 2 years. They have paid for 2 years of premiums on insurance for the air source heating that we've got installed and for our property, like the contents of it. That really gives me the scares. You really have no confidence in your product if I've been signed up for 2 years insurance and you've paid for it. You know, I get like when you take your dog to the vets for the first time, they give you like 2 months free pet insurance and all this malarkey. I get that, you know, that might come with the package. 2 years? Fully paid up premiums? No. The people don't play that game unless they really have no faith in their product. So yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that it might not work as well as we anticipate. But for now, keep looking on the bright side. We've got insurance if it does go badly. Oh, jeez. I'm honestly starting to regret ever having this stuff installed. But like I said, it would have got through to the middle of winter. We'd be short on money and wouldn't be able to afford to get the coal to get the fires running. Or they would condemn the fireplace that we had, and then we'd have to have the guys out to do the work in the middle of winter when it was absolutely freezing. We would be really suffering then because we'd be so cold. The doors and windows would be open like they were all the time. And we've had time to work out these little foibles, little problems before the cold weather really, really hits. So I'm kind of glad we got it done when we did, but still really annoyed. Let's get this map back down. So with the downstairs, instead of doing job to job, I am going room to room because it's just easier downstairs. I find I lose like my steam when I get downstairs. I like doing upstairs. Downstairs just bores me. But I've got to get that mat back down, and then I've got to get the table clean. So I'm sort of switching between cleaning and hoovering now. I've got all Dale's bits all over the table still. He likes to get all his little toy cars and stuff out. Then he's like, I'll put them all away. And then 3 days later, I put them away. And I love that he's got his little hobby and he's got his toy cars and they can all be out and about and stuff like that. But I don't know. Put them away when you're done. But then I'm just as bad. I really am just as bad. So I can't just blame him for this mess. I really can't. And I like that he does it. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's just nice. He's got his little hobbies and he enjoys it. So let him get on with it. Let him live his best life. And then I can clean up. I like cleaning. It's what I do. It's what I live for. But I don't like cleaning clean. For me, cleaning clean kind of seems a bit boring. I like to clean mess. You know? If I'm polishing an already highly polished tableware, there's no dust and dirt, I feel like I'm wasting my time. And I get it, if you stay on top of things, then it never gets bad. But it's like I could be doing something else with my time other than cleaning this clean thing. Me, honestly, I would rather kind of work it like I do now. I do very little housework during the week. I do. I mean, I'm going to freely admit it. I join the rest of my family in doing the bare minimum. Like, I do the least amount of work that is possible. And then on my day off, I spend a good couple of hours and I clean the whole house from top to bottom. Bosh. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. If I spent an hour a day just sort of doing a quick tidy round and a big clean round, then on my day off, I could enjoy a hobby, or I could, you know, do a big project like the decorating or something like that, and then it wouldn't all get on top of me. And I'd like to do that, ish. But on the other hand, I wouldn't like to do that. It is what it is. For now, it's working. When it don't, I probably won't change it. I'll just complain about it and keep doing it the same way because that's who I am. That's what I do. I sit and moan and complain and then eventually get so bored with it, I just do it all at once. I'm a very all or nothing type person. I always have been. I'm either doing everything or I'm doing nothing. And you never the twain shall meet, you know? It's just who I am. And it's working. Like I say, yep, for the course of the week, we live in a very... It's not dirty. It isn't a dirty home. There's dirt in it. Of course there is. Like, the dog comes in from walks or the garden and there's, like, shakes off the mud where he's been in the fields or whatever. And, you know, there's dirty plates and there's rubbish in the bins. So there is dirt in my home. There is in everybody's home. You're crazy if you think there isn't dirt in your home. But my home isn't what you would call dirty. My home is real untidy. Oh, yes. And I'm organised, 110%. Absolutely, I will agree with you there. But you know what? I can live with that. Through the course of the week, we live in a very untidy, chaotic home. And then I get my weekday off and I clean. And then it smells beautiful and it's lovely and organised and tidy. And then through the course of the week, we revert back. Oh, those. Do you remember I was saying about the little pillow covers, the little cushion covers? That little red thing I just plopped on the floor. That was what's going to go on Alyssa's bed in a minute. So I'm going to go through all the laundry and sort it into the piles of who it belongs to and in what room it needs to go to. There's the other one pillowcase, cushion cover. I'm going to go through all the laundry, sort it out and put it into different piles. Let's speed it up because, oh my God, what a long process it is. When you've got so much laundry to get through, it is a hugely long process. So make sure it all goes back where it belongs and everybody's got everything they need. Now back downstairs to continue cleaning in the dining room. Oh, okay, we're finished in the dining room. We're moving into the lounge. See, now we get quite used to this and just sort of stepping over it, walking around it, and why not, you know? It's not dirty. This isn't dirty. This is untidy, chaotic mess. It's messy. There are things that should be put away long, long ago, and we haven't done it. That's all this is. That is just mess. Everybody can live with a bit of mess. Well, I say everybody. Some people can't. There are people out there that would actually go crazy, like actual crazy, living in this untidiness. To some extent, I kind of do. But then to some extent, like I said, my mental health has been really bad. And it's kind of like this self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. Your mental health gets bad, which means you can't be bothered to do stuff, right? And slowly but surely the mess mounts up around you. Now, as the mess mounts up around you, your mental health gets worse. Because it's messy, or partly because it's messy. So that makes you want to do even less. And the less you do, the more mess there is, and the more mess there is, the worse you get, the less you do. And it just spirals. It really does. And this is why I think both myself and like other people I've spoken to, the advice I've got is that on days when you feel good, get something done, even if it's just one room. Put some music on, get one room clean and tidy. And it kind of helps you then fight your way back to a better standard of living, you know? If I had only just cleaned this room, when I woke up and come downstairs for the day, I would see clean around me. And that might help improve my mood enough to maybe go out for a walk or maybe get into the kitchen and clean the kitchen, and slowly but surely things turn round. So if you are out there suffering with depression, anxiety, anything like that, on days you feel good, just do a bit. Do a little bit. Do something. Just, even if it's just tidying the bed space. Let's say you live in like a studio place, or you only stay in your bed. You can't even face going downstairs. Tidy your bed space. Maybe change your bed sheets. Have a bath. Have a shower. I mean, I am no doctor. I am no psychologist or psychiatrist. I'm just going from advice I've got and what really helps me. On the days you can do that little bit, just do that little bit. And it helps. It really does. After I cleaned the whole house, I really did feel much better. And I actually got my diamond out. And for the first time in ages, I actually enjoyed it. I also put the rest of the Christmas decorations up. I got some batteries and they're going to be going in the little Christmas lights as well. And yeah, I got the rest of the Christmas decorations up and I'm actually really starting to feel almost festive. I mean, the weather doesn't help this time of year. You know, we've still got flowers flowering in the garden. It should be cold and wintry for Christmas, and it's not quite that yet. It's miserable weather, but it's not quite cold and snowy, you know? But yeah, it really did help doing this little bit. This pile of laundry. See what I mean? I'm doing the bare minimum. People have got clean clothes. The clean clothes are on this pile and they can root through and find the clean clothes they need. My family are not neglected and wearing filthy, dirty clothing. Their clean clothing is just not folded, neatly ironed and put away in their drawers. It's here on the sofa. And that's where it remained until today, when I finally got through it all. That is my stack of ironing. That's everything that needs to be hung and ironed. And there, literally, I think about 2 hours later, is an empty sofa. I've got all this and the hanging stuff as well. I did make it through all the laundry, so everything got done during the day. That 45-minute wash cycle is a godsend. I think I might be using that now instead of the big long cycle, unless I've got some particularly dirty laundry or I haven't got many loads to do. But yeah, the 45-minute wash cycle worked really well. Another thing I really need to get done, and I don't know why the 45-minute wash cycle reminded me of it. I don't know how my brain functions at the minute, but it did. Is I've got to get the doors on the shed. See? Try and make that leap. Try and make that leap with me. 45-minute wash cycle, doors on the shed. They don't compute, do they? They don't go together, but in my head, yep, they work. I've got to get the doors on the shed because I've got to find somewhere to put like the decor boxes. I've got all the Christmas decorations down. They're all up. But now all the boxes that they were stored in are like next to the sofa, taking up space. I'm not going to get Dale to put them back in the loft because in a couple of weeks he'd have had to bring them back down again, and that's just a lot of up and downing into the loft. And it takes a long time to persuade Dale to go up in the loft. It is horrible up there. All that fiberglass insulation sticks onto you and it makes you itchy, and it's just ugh. And it's cold and it's dark up there. It's not a pleasant place to go. I wouldn't want to go up there. Plus, you know, you got to try and sort of, I don't know, stretch from the ladder and pull yourself into the roof space. It's just like, it's not great. So I wouldn't want to be going up and down there, so I'm not going to make him do that. But the fact still remains, we need somewhere for all the storage boxes and decor boxes to go. So I am going to have to try and get the doors on the shed. Sorry about that. I mean, I know to you there's been no gap in the clip. But there was a small gap in the clip. I'm not sure if you heard it just a couple of seconds ago. Woody decided to get all excited. Every time someone leaves the house, he cries like a baby. He doesn't have separation anxiety. He's fine. But when we had the other two, when we had Cassie and Buzz, I think it was Cassie. It was Cassie. Every time we left the house, she'd cry. Oh, it was so annoying. She was the same. We'd leave the house and she'd cry. And then we've set up cameras and things so we could see what she was up to. Like they do on those, like the other shows, like It's Me or the Dog or whatever. They set up those nanny cams to keep an eye on what's happening in the home after they've gone. And we did that with Cassie, and like I say, she cried when we left the house, but once we were gone, she'd plod herself back over to the sofa or whatever she was doing before, and she'd lay down and have a nap or would eat food, play with one of her toys. You know, she'd occupy herself. She was fine. She wasn't pacing, she wasn't destroying or doing anything she shouldn't be doing. She'd just relax, and then when we'd come home, she'd be like, oh, cool, you're back. And she wasn't like racing to the door and panicking and greeting us. She'd just be like, oh, cool, yeah, you're home. Buzz was the same. He never cried when we left, but he'd just chill out. Both dogs were fine. And we had Cassie before we had Buzz, so she was an only dog at one point. And then while we had the other two here, Woody was a good boy. He had no bad traits at all. Then the other two departed, and ever since the other two have departed, Woody has picked up every single bad habit the other two had. It's literally like Woody thought, well, nah, they've got it. While they're here, I'll let them hold fort doing that. Now they've gone, oh, it's my job to do all those irritating things that drove Mummy and Daddy absolutely bonkers. Like the crying when we leave the house. So Alyssa was just going out. And because she was going out, he needed to whine and cry. He's fine now. He's laid right next to me, falling asleep, absolutely happy. And if it was separation anxiety, he would only do it realistically when he's left on his own, surely. But he cries no matter who leaves the house. Literally, we can have builders over. Builders. And when they leave the house, even though they've only walked in and been here for 2 minutes, he cries when they leave. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with him. But hey, that's for a dog psychologist to work out. So that's the sitting room cleaned up and all the Christmas decor cleaned up. Now it's time for washing up. When I finish washing up, Dale comes out and cooks dinner straight away. So this is where we are going to end the video for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, supporting me, and I'll see you all in the next one.